grandmother told me, you write your own epitaph. Now, what that means is at the end of your life, you're going to look back, and you're the one who controlled your life and did the things that you need to do because you define your own passion. For me, writing your own epitaph meant that I'm not going to follow someone. I'm going to really chart my own path. And I've done it in a very unusual way. If you would have told me when I was graduating from Hellgate High School or the University of Montana that I'd be living in New York City, that I would be helping large companies, get in their internet traffic up. And, let me tell you what that means. For the 3 companies I'm working with right now, they can create, we collectively estimate about $10 billion in new revenue from outside of the United States for these 3 companies. That's not inconsequential, everyone. That's a lot of money. Being nice to people is a really good idea. One of the things that I've learned in my life is that you will just never underestimate the people that you surround you with. There are people who get ahead because they manage up very well. But, at some point in time, they fail because they don't have the team around them to get the job done. They don't have the support when they need to call someone to help them. You just absolutely never know when you're going to need someone. So starting here with the audience today and the people that you have in this room, you're going to network. You're going to learn to trust and learn from other people. This too shall pass. In 2006, I was diagnosed with very, very, very aggressive breast cancer. And so I had to go through all the cancer crap. There's chemo and there's all this stuff. And I called a friend of mine who's a psychiatrist one night, left him a message at 2 o'clock in the morning, said, Dr. Norman, I'm clinically depressed. I can't eat. I'm very emotional. I'm tired. I'm all this stuff. And so I'm clinically depressed. Would you call me at noon tomorrow? I have a break. And it was in my 3rd chemo treatment, and so he called me, and in this very calm voice at noon the next day, he said, Debbie, what about those 12 books that you've bought on cancer and chemotherapy do you think doesn't apply to you? Write these words down. This too shall pass. When something crappy's happening to you, I'll tell you, you'd be surprised how many crappy things that happen to you won't even remember a week from now. Seriously, it's just, this too shall pass. Get over it. Move on. Have fun. You don't make the basketball team. You don't make cheerleading. You don't make homecoming queen. It's just like a business fails. It's not life and death, everyone. It's just get over it and get on and learn from it and go on. But that's, this too shall pass, I think, is really a good example. Okay, make every hour of every day matter. One of the things that drives me nuts is people who just don't get shit done. And, it's for people, in everything that you do, to procrastinate or not write the paper that needs to get done or whatever, just get it done. Because not doing it creates all this other energy that you could have just put into getting the job done in the first place. But it goes beyond that. It goes to helping in your community, helping be a good member of your family, all of the things that make you a better citizen of the world. But in order to do it, you have to make every hour of every day matter. Whether it's, you're in business, but you do some things and help on politics, or you do things in your community, or you give back to your alma mater, or you mentor somebody in your company, or you do all these things. You just do a lot of stuff. And you know what? It all helps that if you go back to that first thing I said about you write your own epitaph. When I was sick, I actually looked at a piece of paper. Now I will tell you, I have this great constitution. I had never, ever taken a sick day in high school, in grade school, in college, never taken a sick day at work, and all of a sudden I'm told that I have really bad cancer. And I thought about that, and you go, whoa, I could die. There was a piece of paper that said you have a 38.5% chance of living in 5 years. We are well past 5 years, 38.5% chance of living. And boy, I'll tell you something. You look at something like that, and you better learn to think, what am I going to do with the next 50 years? But if you think about, what am I going to do every day? How am I going to live my life? What is my epitaph going to be? Because it doesn't have to be CEO of a company. It doesn't have to be, doing something that it makes you world famous. As long as you write your own epitaph and judge yourself. Okay, so I'm going to address the question I get asked most, and that is, can you have it all? And the answer is, absolutely you can have it all. But you have to define your it. Because my it is different than your it. And if you define your it and you're happy with your it, then you can have it all.